Assalamu alaikum. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. This is virtual class of Pakistan International School, Taif. Welcome you all after your midterm examination. I am Miss Bushra Tanveer. This is Social Studies class for grade 7. This is our 14th video of this class. In this video, we shall study chapter number 7 from Social Studies book. Dear students, after today's lesson, you will be able to understand the text given in chapter 7. You will be able to do the MCQs, short question answers and exercise question answers from this chapter. Dear students, now we shall start our chapter. Today we shall study chapter number 7, Transport and Communication. This is the heading of the chapter. First of all, we shall see the first subheading. The first subheading is by land. This is obviously the oldest means of transport. Roads ranging from simple earth tracks to giant motorway are the lifeline of society today. Roads are expensive to build and keep in good repair, but have the advantage that they can be built almost anywhere. Motor vehicles can load up at the factory or farm and can carry the goods quickly and directly to where they are needed, whether it is the market, a distant town, or to a seaport for export. Dear students, first of all, it's very important for you to know the meaning of the transport and communication. Transport means take people or goods from one place to another by means of vehicles, aircrafts, or ships. Dear students, now we shall see the explanation of this paragraph, that the roads are very important to carry goods from one place to another, and this is the oldest means of transport. And to build the transport roads, it's very expensive means of transport. The standard of life has improved so dramatically that what are now seen as essential cannot all be manufactured or supplied locally. Early life was very simple, with people growing their own food and making simple goods. Dear students, the roads are the oldest means of transport. By the 3rd century, the extensive Silk Road system was well established, enough to bring silks from China to Rome. It was not a single road, but rather a general direction with many scores of tracks, and it soon extended into the subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Initially, roads didn't develop much in Europe. The repair of mud tracks was in the hands of the village parishes who were supposed to use all the men to repair them on a given day or two or by the end of the 18th century, when industries was beginning to develop, the whole system collapsed. In some places in Europe, canals were made to carry heavy goods such as coal and ores, but they were very expensive to build and could go only on level ground. Dear students, now in front of your computer screen you can see the graph on your computer screen. In this graph we shall discuss about the numbers of the vehicles and the roads and the highways in Pakistan. As you know, or I told you that roads are the oldest means of transport. In the first graph, which is given at the left side of the page, you can see that the color blue shows trucks and buses, and the red color bars shows cars and motorbikes. And on the right side of the page there is also the graph which shows the three different categories over here: road, highway and railway. So in this graph related to trucks, buses, cars and motor vehicles, in 1990 about 25 million cars and motorbikes were on the road, which increased to almost 50 million in 2006. You can see on the graph. This graph is called the bar graph. You can see the bar, red bar. In 2006, the cars and the motorbikes increased 50 million in 2006, nearly double. The increase in number of trucks and buses was rather slow. And on the other side of the page, here we can see the development of roads, highways and the railway. There is an increase in the distance covered by the roads and highways from, you can see, 80,000 kilometers to almost 1 lakh kilometers, less than 20,000 kilometers. But the increase in the distance covered by the highway is remarkable. This red line shows the highway, means that it doubled from 80,000 kilometers to over 160,000 kilometers. Means that in 1990 the highways were on the numbers 80,000 and it improved in 160,000 in 2006. Dear students, now on the next page, the next graph which is shown on this page, that the use of roads, railways for movement of freight and passengers. Dear students, there is a remarkable increase in the number of passengers as well as freight. Transport is more rapid on roads rather than rail, and transportation by trucks and container is more convenient. So in these graphs, you can also see that the development of the roads are doubled as compared to rails. In 1990 the development is less, but in 2006 you can see the development of the road are in doubled. And also the same is over here, that the passenger are in the freight is increased, and this is the remarkable increase in the number of passenger in the freight. It means that the people travel in the freight is as compared to the other transport. Dear students, now the next subheading of the chapter, railways. These were the first mass transit means of transport. They are expensive to build and maintain, but they can carry huge amounts of goods and passengers fairly cheaply over long distances. In France and Japan, the latest trains can travel for hours at well up to 350 km per hour. Dear students, now the explanation of this paragraph. In the previous page on the graph, page 35, you saw the decline in the use of railways in Pakistan. This is a worldwide phenomenon. Most countries have closed all the smaller branches lines which were not making much profit and are left only with the main intercity lines. France, Italy, Japan and South Korea has reversed the trend by introducing very fast luxury train on their main route. Small lines are still closed. Other European countries are exploring the opportunities, but unfortunately in our country, Pakistan, the railway system is not encouraging, and in Pakistan the rails or the system of railway is not very good. Dear students, now the next subheading is pipelines. Pipelines are a means of transportation especially useful for moving oil, gas and petroleum within a region. They are made of concrete, steel and today even plastic, and can measure up to 10 meters in diameter. The more usual ones are about 2 meters wide. They are expensive to build, but once made, they are cheap to run, using for less labor than required by train and buses. Dear students, now the explanation of this paragraph, that the pipelines are very expensive to build but cheap and effective in operation, and can go directly from the source oil or gas well to the site where these are to be processed. On the other side, they are very vulnerable, almost always being above ground at the cost of putting them in the deep trenches would be. Accident can happen, resulting in varying degrees of damage. A single small bomb can put a pipeline out of action for days or even weeks, so the constant guarding is often necessary. An oil pipeline in Russia some years ago was sabotaged by local peasants trying to steal the fuel in it. There was a terrific explosion at the fuel, and hundreds of people, all with cans carry off their spoils, were killed. Similar disasters have also taken place in African countries. In Pakistan too, one reads about gas pipelines being blasted by saboteurs. Dear students, now the next subheading, the means of transport, is the air travel. This is very important for long distance travel, either inside a country or to other countries. It is extremely quick and convenient. One can travel from Islamabad to London without stopping in 7 hours, whereas a journey by land or sea would take more than a week. Dear students, the air travel is also the means of transport, and it's very convenient or extremely quick and convenient, and for long journey and for transporting perishable and fragile goods as well as in emergency. It means that the air travel or travel by air is very quick resource of transport. Many people are still apprehensive of air travel. Even in a major accident on roads or rails, there are normally only a few casualties in an aircraft. So it means that this is a very quick and the convenient way of transport. Dear students, now the next subheading is by sea. The ships are also the means of transport. The sea still carries the largest amount of goods by far. Some countries have a good system of island waterways. Two types of ships are most important commercially today: the oil tanker and the container ship. The oil tanker is really a gigantic floating tank with engines at one end. Dear students, now the explanation of this paragraph, that sea transport is still the main preference of many goods, as cargo is generally booked by volume, not weight. A tanker travel at normal speed takes 5 to 7 kilometers to come to rest in an emergency stop. The advantage of the tanker that it can carry the oil and the other liquid from one place to another. Dear students, now the next subheading, container ship, are now universal for most types of goods except such things as coal, ores, etc. So the container ship, the advantage of container ships are speed of loading and uploading and preventing of tampering. Some ideas of the size of containers can be gathered by the fact that one large container can hold 6 motor cars at a time. Other major ships are bulk carriers. These are similar to oil tanker, but their long body is designed to carry things such as thousands of tons of ores, coals and grains. Yes, students, now the next subheading is communication. Getting information from one country to another in today's world is absolutely essential both for trade and for international relations. Most of the Pakistan has an excellent communication system: television, radio, computer, mobile phone and other electronic equipment. Dear students, as I told you about the meaning of communication, means of sending or receiving information such as phone lines, computers. Communication are the most dramatic changes of the last 25 years, from the television and computer to sophisticated mobile phones no larger than a small cigarette packet, which can pick up emails, TV programs, take photographs and send them. One can see events as they happen, not only arrange one such as sporting fixture, also major news items such as rebellions, assassinations, natural phenomena and space exploration. All these information you can get from the internet, from the mobile phone and the other source of communication which are very advanced nowadays. Dear students, I think each and every topic is clear to you. Now we shall see the MCQs from the chapter. The first MCQ: dash is the oldest mean of transport. Correct option: road. The second MCQ: in France and Japan the latest train can travel from hours at up to dash kilometer per hour. The correct option is 350. Next, number 3 MCQ: one can travel from Islamabad to London without stopping in dash hours. Correct option is 7. MCQ number 4: pipelines needs a booster station about every dash kilometer. Correct option is 80. MCQ number 5: a large oil tanker can carry dash million liters of oil. The correct option is 550. MCQ number 6: dash is extremely quick and convenient. The correct option is aeroplane. Yes, students, now the short question answer from this chapter. Write 4 means of transport: roads, railway, aeroplane, pipeline. Question number 2: write 4 means of communication: television, satellite, internet, mobile phone. Question number 3: what is a booster station for pipelines? A booster station is a pump which gives the liquid or gas and other push along the pipeline need a booster station about every 80 kilometers. Question number 4: which countries have a good system of inland waterways? Some of the countries have a good system of inland waterways such as the Nile, the Tigris and the Euphrates, which carry smaller boats right into the hearts of the country. Question number 5: write the names of the 2 types of the ship which are most important commercially today: the oil tanker and container ship. Now the exercise question answer. The first question: computer technology has changed our lives. Write at least 5 ways to show how this is so. Some ways in which computer technology has changed our lives. We can solve many problems quickly and easily. The second one: access a vast amount of information on almost any subject. Number 3, communicate with other people if equipped with computers quickly, easily and cheaply. Dear students, the rest of the points is in front of you on your computer screen. You can complete your answer from here. Now the next question, number 2. Why do you think has the number of motor vehicles almost doubled since 1990? Number of vehicles, especially cars, have doubled or trebled since 1990 due to a number of reasons. The standard of living has risen. Most people have more money to spend, which enables them to invest in their own transport and make their lives more convenient. So the rest of the answer you can complete from your computer screen. Yes students, now the next question, number 4. What are the advantages and the disadvantages of road transport? The advantages: road can go right up to the source of goods, for example farms, factories, etc. They connect smaller destinations to the main outlets such as airport, ports and railway stations. Disadvantages: in remote areas, especially mountain regions, road can be blocked by slides, snowfalls, flood, etc. The remaining part of the answer you can complete from your computer screen. Now the question number 5. Can you suggest any problems that there might be with pipelines as a mean of transport? Problems that might be faced with pipeline as a means of transport: expensive to build and maintain, as they are above the ground and there is always the fear of accident. And to complete the third point by yourself, you can see the third point on your computer screen. Then the next question, number 7. Where is your nearest international domestic airport? My nearest international and domestic airport is Islamabad International Airport at Lahore. And other students who are not belong to Pakistan, you can write the name of your domestic airport, just like Egypt, Ethiopia and Sudan. You can write the names of those airports also by yourself. Question number 6. What do you think are the advantages of sending goods by a container ship? The advantages of container ship is that goods can be loaded at the factory into the containers, sealed and not opened until they arrive at their destination. Dear students, the remaining answer or the remaining lines from the answer you can see from your computer screen and complete the answer on your notebook. Now the homework: learn and write MCQs, short question answer and the exercise question answers which are done today. See you in the next video. Goodbye.